Hello, old souls, fellow empaths, seers, and psychonauts. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. My name is Steph. We are going to dive into the scrolls today for a spirit message from the unseen, spirit realms, afterlife, your aura, wherever that may be. But in the pre-shuffle, as I was getting set up, I'll show you the cards in just a moment, timestamps below. There's something about a star is born and some form of poetic justice, but it feels very, very personal. And this journey inspired me to see the burrowing or channeling into a mountain, let's say, right? If you can imagine maybe the hardness of that, the substance, maybe depending on if it's like granite, I don't know. Pick mountainous mineral words. And by burrowing through this, whatever it might be for you, personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic, when you get to the center of this, of sorts, it opens up to the whole sky of where stars are born. Not just what's seen on the sky surface from us below looking up, where they're born. So it's almost like a behind the scenes of what we can see. So,
I'm not sure.
it's all very poetic. And it feels like it's a pearl of a poetic justice. And it's where maybe a part of you, a star is born. There's a spark within the self. Some of you also might be connecting with sprite like spirits, and you're noticing them all around you like little orbs around other people. Gold, blue, silver, they tend to be in that realm. But you might also see them like auras speaking. There's something about this. It's all very visual and kind of cool, but we'll dive in. Okay. If you're opening up with me, you know the drill. If not, you can utilize the timestamps below to pitter patter get at her. We do have Ghost Tube kicking over here today. So any audio additions or shout outs you hear from the afterlife, may they add. And we'll add on Terra Narcle.
I don't know.
Let's go. All right. Taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception. Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of anyone here at any time. Thank you for being you, and may we all meet a message with meaning. All right. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below as your insights do expand the Scry experience, and we all become the readers, the seers, the oracles. You never know who may come across your comment. And drop an emoji and a like. I appreciate you. All right. I feel like we just saw you recently. Quite recent. I feel like we saw you recently as well.
I can't talk.
Interesting. I got lots of noises here happening off to my left side, if that's something that you've been going through. With the starborn in the self, I noticed like in the pre-shuffle, and I didn't notice it right away until I laid them out. And I'm like, oh, there's this cosmic egg of sorts. Rude. This self, this pearl, the pearl. And then it turned the poet and the eye. It's all very curious. Okay, thank you. So all of those shapes, which are spherical in nature in some degree or another, just moved into all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I did see you earlier because I remember if you build it, they will come. And this is like a strawberry of sorts. Why am I having like a weird deja vu? Very, very interesting. I'm going to go with it. There's this feeling here. There's a spider. Somebody's mother may have passed. My condolences. And the name Charlotte as well might be coming through. You're welcome. You are their child or niece, quite specifically. Daughter.
I want one.
There's something about, maybe you want a daughter, of course. There's something about this spider of building a web around you. But I'm seeing it like nylons.
I am here.
That's amazing. I think that's the message coming through. Like somebody's mother, like I am here. It's a mother type figure anyway. I also want to know that in this cosmic kind of starborn space of like breaking one's own or cracking open one's own cosmic egg of consciousness, and seeing that in the human, into the throat and the high heart space of the self. It's almost like recognizing your own self stardom. And I almost want to say like being born again, if this is something somebody understands what you might be going through. I'm burrowing through there's scaffolding here. There's also something about a trampoline that's been going on. And when I wander into the Cave of Hearthfires, it's like in the middle of the mountain. This is what I find. And while it may be but a coin, but this very tiny thing, like an ant, and we also said auntie from before, the power and the strength of this one thing, it releases the doves and the crows all at the same time. And I feel like this is what you're feeling. What started off like that becomes that. It's worth protecting. I think also maybe you thought something was hidden from you. It's something in the mother's line. There is almost like it had to be hidden for a reason. And I don't necessarily know that, we would accept that as a reason or excuse. But it's almost like once it comes in within the self and it starts to emanate from your essence, like an essence emanation. I feel like my words aren't wording. You heard, don't worry, be happy.
Lock it.
And what is revealed through the hidden of, well, what was the good reason for it? That is known only by you when you feel this, because it's expressed from you. It's not outside of you. It's not necessarily even from the mother's line or something gifted down. Well, maybe that might be a common story, but for some reason it keeps bringing me back into I, you, we, me, right? Interchangeably. I, you, we, me, if you're resonating. And if not, you've probably well already left, and that's okay. There's a lot of gratitude when I recognize this within myself. Something with my tongue. My tongue feels different. It's almost like it's taking up more space in my mouth. Very, very weird sensation for me right now.
I'm stuck.
I am being presented, I, you, me, of course, being presented. And this spider of sorts, whatever this spider symbol may mean to you, please follow that. Specifically, maybe like a tarantula. I don't really know what a tarantula means in and of itself, but yeah, it's tarantula. Could also be helping protect you from envious eyes. But I want to know, it's like the similarities in the poet to this I. I, you, we, me, I. And this is the pearl. I, the perception of self. And seeing yourself as a star, feeling. Starfish, starborn, of course, I see
Disagree.
there. There's another word. It'll come through. I can understand the disagreeing. It's like, I disagree because maybe we're not seeing evidence of this yet. But I'm still in the mountain in my heart. This is in the heart space in the Cave of Hearthfires. And it's almost like even though I'm in the mountain, the middle of the mountain, not up, to be clear. If I haven't made this clear for one reason or another, I'm not traveling up the mountain or under the mountain, not around the mountain. I'm burrowing through the mountain. And then in there is a pond, there's water. This feels It hasn't been seen by other selves in a significant amount of time, possibly even protected by this very large spider. There might be lots of spiders in there, symbolically speaking. If anyone has arachnophobia, sorry if I'm like all up in that. And when you arrive, releasing the crows, the doves, the hawks,
Qualified.
the eagles, for some time, there are many selves. This tribe isn't outside of you. They have all been you. They all are you. History, history, history. Also, I want to reiterate that possibly in the mother's line or feminine line, even of your father's side, but the mother side of your father's side. Does that make sense? So it might even be your mother specifically. It could be your father's energy, father's line, mother's. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Grandson.
I'm going to stop trying to blah, 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 blah. But it's amazing. Something about a trampoline. There's also something about maybe okay, so I'm seeing like a pope or a priest. It is masculine in nature, but they have an ankh as a crown. And also the omega symbol. Yeah. This and this, these two are coming clear to me. Oh, W with the wholesome. Yep, W with the wholesome. Who are you coming through? Oh, this is a very... I'm not saying this to be in any way. Very, very old woman. Like 90 to 120 years old minimum. She carries 2 staffs. Komodo dragon. Did I say this trampoline again? There's something about the crown to third eye space in which she speaks. It's almost like I'm hearing an Aboriginal language or like a tribal language I'm not familiar with, but there's a lot of sounds. It could also be starseed sounding because there's clicking in it as well, or at least I'm hearing it as clicking. There is horns.
Bless.
Thank you. That blessing is beautiful for someone to receive. There are horns and sacred cows down here. Am I watching the mountain open up for you? If this was the face of the mountain, let's say, and this is maybe external, like bumps of the mountain bits, and if these were the hands, it's as though the mountain like opens up for you. Now, I'm not trying to say that something's been easy because, it's like you're in the heart of the mountain, which is where this pearl is, which is you. It's like being in this reflection pool that is you. But it opens up behind the scenes where stars are born. I understand I'm repeating things, but I really want to reiterate how I'm visually seeing this. And then, here's the interesting thing. Thank you. It's as though I can see. So you're in the mountain, in the heart of the mountain. This is all going on. Beautiful.
Play.
I'm on the outside. I zipped in a moment on the outside, maybe looking at this mountainous landscape. I have no idea, of course, that there's a you in there. I, you, me. And all of a sudden, I'm outside enjoying the sky and the scenery, and I see all these crows, doves, hawks, eagles, phoenix, apply any bird, thunderbirds that you would like, but they are pterodactyls. They are definitely flying creatures. And I'm on the outside, maybe miles and miles, and I see this, and I'm like, look how magical that moment is, being where I'm at. And maybe where I am, I'm making the truck towards this same mountain or my mountain, maybe. And we've gone up mountains, over mountains, around them. But I just want to acknowledge your journey in this moment. Even from outside, observing the majesticness of seeing that and having no context. I don't know what you've been through, burrowing, going through the hard surfaces and the, I know nothing about being in caves, but I'm mining or something, but there's lots of safety things. But you did it. You did it. And I just want to take a moment to say, awesome. 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 And I'm pretty sure this very ancient ancestor, like they're ancient in relativity to time, but they were also ancient in their own age while in their time. And I'm pretty sure, and that's why it's hard to follow that this was hidden for a reason from, say, your family line or something like that. Yeah, but it goes back to the beginning of when something was born. So I don't even know if in any of our or your parents' lineages, mother's line specifically or father's mother's side, they would even have an awareness of it. You know what I mean? It's like when somebody's carrying something they don't know. So don't be mad at them for not knowing. If there it is. Okay. All right. What else do we got here? Whoop. Well, conflict did want to come out in the reverse.
Poke.
And Ghost Soup just said poke, and this card is kind of like he's got a poke on. But I want to acknowledge it. He does look like a gold miner or something, and he's pointing at you. Like, here's pointing at you, kid. He did come in the reverse, so this feels like whatever kind of conflict has been conflict contraptions is how I heard that.
Living room.
Yeah, haunted for sure. And you know I love me some haunted here. I say that in the most holistically hilarious way of the hauntedness, but of the heart space more specifically. And it kind of releases by opening up. This is opening up the space that might have been holding on to things. You know how I want to say this? I feel like in that moment, I learned from the mountain. There's actually all these bears on the mountain as well. If you go out in the woods today, you better go in disguise. If you go out in the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. Yeah, it's almost like there is like this don't go or don't do. I don't know. There's just like this eerie aura around it that wasn't inviting. I don't want to say this path is inviting necessarily, but yet me felt this inherent call that you were being invited. So when other people don't feel invited to maybe this behind the scenes of where a star is born of you, which may be your shadow self, of course, but your shadow self is so shiny, like obsidian glass, like it's just amazing. It really is just an amazing. And yeah, there's some deep diving to go in there and receive it. But this opening up, some people might feel away when it's like, well, why didn't I get that invite? This isn't a human construct. It's almost like the human constructs. And I don't want to poo-poo them, because the human experience, while haunting, is, has its horribleness and awesomeness. This isn't about, well, you didn't get invited. And I say this in regards to, because maybe you're speaking of things, or you're just having these intuitions or maybe knowings. And it's like, what? Well, I don't have that, or that's not, you get the gist. And here you're just like, it's not about being invited or not invited. It's almost like it has this
Bless.
interdimensionality, that it's right there if one is open to see the invite, to receive the invite. Does that make sense? Oy, I probably sound so like douchey right now. Don't need to soften it. We're here. You get it. It's, yeah, we also understand times when we might have been butthurt, and, okay, you're butthurt. All right, anyway, where was I? I think there's been a lot of times in wherever you've been that it's been, should I stay or should I go now? And maybe there's even a lot of responsibility that can come with it's you, but the constraints and the contraptions of any sort of conflicts have been to protect something. And while that may or may not be a great excuse or a reason, that doesn't mean when you receive it, it's kind of like all that goes away, because you were it sounds so cheesy, but it's like you're the one who's changing it. Those were in place from an ancient time when maybe those were the best futuristic modern tools that they had to protect something they cared about. They, which is you, which is I, you, me. And when you receive it in here and now while they're acknowledging the conflicts or maybe the constraints and the contraptions that you've gone through or have been going through up until this point and may proceed, I don't know where we all are in the timeline, they're acknowledging that that is through the connection of the interdimensionality of the said past, but you're the one, when you receive it, gets to kind of release all of that around it and bring it forward. So the future, i.e. we, me, your generations, won't have to go through the same convoluted conflicts, but there may be new ones that come up, right? And you'll make decisions along the way to preserve and protect the integrity of whatever this is. I have no idea where I'm at. But you know what? I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I feel like I've been wandering inside of a tomb or something that looks like a mountain, and I kind of want to stay. I'm not going to lie. There's this feeling like I want to stay here. It's like being in a salt cave. If you've ever gone to a salt cave, like just fresh air, fresh water. It's so soothing. I am in the womb of the mountain, creating a vein for it to help breathe. This pool, which is behind the scenes of the sky where stars are born. Like I am doing this no justice. If you are resonating with the myriad of realities and moments of going through this, I
Look.
understand the hardships and the heartbreaks for sure. But once I'm here, or you're here in these moments, it's like, you know why it's quote unquote worth it. It's almost like you can't even put a value on it. And so how do you sell that to somebody else outside? You can't. Because they'll be like, well, okay. I don't know. Do you know? Anyway. All right, let's get ready to close out here. We have somebody here making an appearance. Very Frank Sinatra vibes. Very spirit guide-esque. And even, dare I say, like an archangel. Somebody that's got, just
Greetings.
class. Hi. Conscientious. They're very much so aware of what I, you, me in this space. Like Cinderella, you're not cast out if you feel cast out or cast aside or have in some way. Yeah, the hardships. It's a hard knock life. These hardships, and you'll notice that witch came in on the, and shout out to my girl at Witch and South. Love you. Witch and South. Did I say Witch and South? Oh my goodness. But it's almost like seeing this change where Cinderella becomes Cinderella. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right. Sun is on the bottom. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. A star is born. A star, a pearl, a cosmic egg. I don't know. You. Just you. You being you. And I would like to acknowledge that you have been conscientious. If you hang out with me, you know that sometimes I try not to get to, but like constipated and all the constructs floating around the collective and psychonautically and empathically speaking, because it's all here, right? Old souls. We literally have what I think is possibly one of the oldest souls that has ever been. Love it. All right, closing out message.
Pathetic.
The sun, the sun, little luxuries, and stop it. We have the star. Card 21 and 28. Those are also two cycles. So whether you're a 21-day cycle, 28-day cycle, obviously you don't have to be. Anyway, you get the gist. I also want to note the star says the silver energy of a star brings good luck and serendipity. We did talk about that silver at some point. And then with little luxuries, generates luxurious surroundings and experiences. All right. I'm going to see you on the flip side. Are we going to the flip side today? Yeah, we're going to go to the flip side. If you're part of the second or third tier of the Secret Society, we're going to dive in for a few more cards here. If you'd like to join us, no pressure, just letting you know. And if not, till next time, so much love. Thank you for being here. Shall we get an Easter egg card? The festival 27th creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic event. This is what's taken us to the flip side.